All right, guys, welcome to the Drag Driver P Show, episode 118, presented by Summit Racing. I'm live here at Cordova Dragway in the bar. What do you guys call this place?
Strip bar.
This is the street bar right here, strip bar.
Strip bar.
I don't know if I can say that. It's not what you think. We're at the drag strip, so that's where it gets its name. Super nice place. Cordova is one of the coolest tracks on the planet, and the strip bar is definitely a place to come in and hang out. So if you are in the area, we're here for the Hot Rods by Havlik's event that's going to be absolutely insane. I can't wait to see this entire weekend do what it does, because there's a ton of cars that are already in the parking lot. We've got vendors that are set up out here already. Don't come down here tonight. There's no racing tonight. There's no racing tomorrow, but there is an amazing photo shoot tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Jess Havlik said they're going to blow up 65 gallons of fuel at the end of the track tomorrow night. So it's going to be crazy. If you saw the historic epic shots from last year, they're going to recreate that just times 10. So basically everybody will get here tomorrow. All the cool cars, all the cool people will be in here tomorrow. Cordova Dragway, Hot Rods by Havlik, Fastest Street Car Shootout Tribute Reunion Race. Well, if you don't know, my name is Mike Narks. Typically my right-hand man, Eric White, is right there with me, but we're not doing that tonight because he's out behind a refrigerator, believe it or not. We talked about it last week. They've been struggling with it all week, so he's out doing that, so he can come down here tomorrow. So that's kind of the plan. So you guys are going to see some stuff from me tomorrow. So the great photos that Eric White does won't be available until Friday, but you're going to get some stuff. I guarantee it tomorrow. I'm probably going to walk the pits. I'm probably going to look at all the cars. I'm going to talk to the vendors. I'm going to see what all's going on, see how everybody's getting ready. And then, of course, as we begin moving those cars in at 5 o'clock, Chad Reynolds will probably take over with Bang Shift and run a live stream sometime around there for the huge explosion, the kickoff to the second annual Fastest Street Car Shootout Tribute Race. I can't say how excited I am. I've been on the roads 574 miles to this spot right here today, and I'm ready. But one thing we got to do is we got to thank our sponsors. We got to thank Summit Racing. They're our title sponsor for the news, the show, the circuit, and basically everything we do. So thank you to them. If you're out shopping, please hit them up. We've got Driven Racing Oil, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Car Change 3D, Performer Built Transmissions, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, Racing Junk Classifieds, and one more, PowerTube TV. That's a lot. Got a little bit of an audience here, so I'm excited about being in here. But I want to bring in a new sponsor that is going to be with us. So I want to start the show off with this gentleman right here, Mr. Eric Saffel, longtime friend of the channel. Dude, you've been, I don't know if we've had you on very much, but we've talked a whole bunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. So if you guys don't know, Eric Saffel works with AFCO, and I'm excited to announce that AFCO is coming on as a partner for this year and into 2026 if we act right. That's what he said.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys kind of like fly right, we're going to be on board with you guys. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this because we say it all the time. We do this because we want to not only entertain, but like educate people. And so the sponsors that are involved in our program here really help with that. You can either be buying parts from them, you can help build cars, but really it creates this connection between our followers, the people that are building drag and drive cars or wanting to get into it, and the folks that build parts for that, right? So AFCO, everybody knows for racing suspension. I mean, obviously they're one of the top manufacturers in the world for that, but you guys have a ton of other stuff too. So let's get into some of that.
We really do. I mean, and it comes from the passion. The company started with two guys that had the desire to go faster, and they couldn't get what they wanted from the salvage yard, so they started building it themselves. And then we started winning, and so then his peers, the guys who wanted the parts, and so we started building parts and expanding, and it just moved on and on from there. So we still compete on a daily basis to win, and it's we do that through a lot of our distributors. We do that through a lot of R&D. Everything's done in house. It's a very organic process. We're very hardcore, hard-nosed competitors, but at the end of the day, it's the passion that drives everything.
Well, and one thing you guys got to know about Eric is he is a racer. He was a racer before he started with AFCO, and he's stayed a racer since then. So he didn't just move into this and then leave it.
That's right. I started at an early age.
That's right. And still does it. You still have a car, right?
Yeah, I built another car up, and it's I started with a 56 Chevy years ago, and desired to go faster. I sold it, bought a super gas roadster, ran that car for several years, and kids went through college and whatnot. So tried to find my old 56, couldn't find it, bought a different one, and so now we're going back through the process and trying to get that unit to the point where we can be safe, we can be competitive, we can be fast with it.
That's interesting. So obviously the knowledge you have now will change how that car is built.
Oh my gosh.
How much different is the suspension components and parts and pieces that will go into that car than what you had in the first one?
It's 100% different. And I remember in the beginning, I think I bought suspension for that car 3 different times, but it was all because I didn't know, and and maybe because of the budget. But now I think from the standpoint, when I talk to people and give them some advice, we talk about where their goals are, how fast they want to go, what their expectations are, so that we can invest one time. We can buy the products that will get them to the level in which they want to be. And so we ask questions like, where will you be 5 years from now? What's your level of performance? What kind of ET? Where do you want to be?
Does everyone say, every street car owner you talk to say 7-second quarter miles?
Well, everybody has that number, and so I kind of have to figure out, is that realistic or not?
Yeah.
And then it comes down to just, where's our level of commitment? Are we, and I ask the question a lot of times when I'm trying to figure out what kind of product we really need, because we have good, better, best when it comes to the shocks as an example. But I ask people, when you go to the racetrack, are you just there to hang out with your buddies and ride down the track? Or are you actually there to rip somebody's head off? And if you're there to rip somebody's head off, then okay, let's go. Right? So that's kind of how we look at it.
So a guy like me, that I like to do the dragon drive because of the drive and parking lot portions. And hey, if I get to make passes, cool. But like, there's some guys that they don't care about the drive, they don't care about the parking lots, they just want to drag race and be the best.
Absolutely, they're looking for PBs every time, and that's cool, that's fine.
Yep.
But then there's also guys like you and maybe even me at that level that we want to make the lap, complete the whole tour, but make good laps down the racetrack.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for coming on board. The cool thing about this, like with every sponsor that we have, is it gives us some insight. It gives us basically, it helps us help you guys, because we can then ask Eric questions. And what will end up happening, and he'll hate me for it, but folks will end up messaging us going, hey, can you get me in touch with that guy? And of course, we always see it's group chat, group text, group message, group email, whatever, to get everybody involved. And that's probably the best way. I would say that a lot of times folks are scared to ask. And I think having you guys on once a quarter or more, kind of helps answer those questions. People get a chance to ask questions in the chats of the live streams and things like that. So, and especially like new products. Like if you guys aren't already following AFCO, you need to go do that. But then also like through us, we're going to be sharing that stuff. We're going to be talking about it. And as really cool stuff comes out, Eric's going to be like, he's going to send me an email or a text and go, hey man, I've got this part that you guys got to talk about. And so we'll have him on and we'll all learn together.
Yeah, I think we'll have some spy shots that we can kind of share with you a little bit from time to time. But we do a lot of tech, and that's a big part of the company, has been from the very beginning, because we understand that everybody's trying to excel to a level, and we want to help them get to that point. So tech is a big part of it. Support is awesome from the company moving forward, and we're just excited to be part of this event here at Cordova, but we're excited to be part of your program as well.
Well, I appreciate that a whole bunch. So let's stop talking about all that. Let's talk about these cars that are out here.
Oh my,
dude, there's some hitters that are coming in here. There were like 10 cars unloaded when I pulled in, and I'm ready to see all of them. But lots of nitrous, lots of blower stuff going to be here this weekend.
Yes.
It's going to be crazy. And obviously they went from a 2-day event, which tech day and race day, to now we're like 4 days here. I feel like I'm moving in again.
People have made a pilgrimage to get here, and it looks to me like they're loaded up, and we're going to let it hang out here. We could lend some rods on the racetrack here. They're not worried about it. They're going to let it rip.
Well, and I think I saw 2 motors in the back of one trailer.
Yep.
So they're not scared to swap motors at night and all that.
Absolutely. I saw a lot of nitrous bottles loaded up, and it looks to me like we're going to have a lot of fun here.
Yeah. So obviously big Pro Street influence here. I mean, that's kind of growing up, I was kind of on the tail end of that, but man, there's just something about a car that has 16-inch wide, 18-inch wide tires on the back of that thing. It's just wild.
If you can't get excited about a car that's got meats on the back of it, you got to check your pulse. You better get something figured out because that is just bad for the bone.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, man, I'm really excited about this. The Havliks just walked in here.
Yeah.
These guys have been working their butts off. They're sweating like crazy. I'm sure they smell delicious.
Absolutely. They look like they're worn out, but absolutely.
I do appreciate them putting on this show. This is
Yeah,
going to be really
this is
awesome.
fantastic. Havliks are doing a great job here.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Again,
Absolutely.
I appreciate you very much.
All right.
I'm excited to have AFCO involved. This
Me
is
too.
Really fun.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Gentlemen, y'all want to come up and talk about race cars in this air conditioning for a minute?
Sorry, guys.
These guys probably haven't sat down at all today.
Only on the moped.
Only on the moped while he was cruising around. Hey, I'm going to spin this just a little bit so we get Jess in there. All right, listen. You guys, you were on the stand up there. How wide is that banner that goes across the drag strip?
The Havlik FSC one, that one is 45 feet long.
45 feet long. Like
Yeah.
when I pulled in here and there's banners everywhere and there's stuff going up everywhere, y'all, you put on a heck of an event already.
We haven't even started to put up our banners. we do have the big one up display behind the burnout box. That one's 30 feet long by 8 foot tall, 45 foot over the burnout box, and then all the sponsor banners that are over the staging lanes. I mean, that's over 100 foot long, but they're broke up some to fit the staging lane.
Yeah, so we'll be lane 1, 2, 3, and 4. It'll be the red lane, the oil lane, or the mixed council lane, so on Delta Tech lane.
That's awesome. Well, I'm sure you guys have all the notes for Al Tucci and Adam Dory up there. You know, those guys probably, I'm sure Adam's been making notes for days now trying to get ready for this. I know he had you guys on his show last night.
Mhm.
Great listen. You guys had a ton of fun. A lot of really interesting. So if you haven't seen it yet, go in there, go to the Adam Dory That's Cool Drink podcast from last night, live stream from last night. You guys were on the starting line. Is it a little cooler in here tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Way less buggy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what you're saying is when folks come in, they need to bring some bug spray.
Oh yeah. I would advise that.
Bugs right together.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you hold that because I think my voice can probably carry. What cars are you excited about seeing here today? I mean, like, I want to get into just some nitty gritty, 15, 20 minutes about the cars you're excited to see, and then I want to talk about leading up to this thing. What you guys, how you managed all of that.
We ask ourselves that every day. 24/7.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Home of the 27-hour workout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legit.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I fall asleep on my phone every night working on social media stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, you guys have done a great job. You were talking last night about calling racers from across the country, messaging people. I mean, how many messages do you think you sent out? Hundreds?
I couldn't even tell.
Thousands?
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've repeated myself.
It's just a copy paste now.
Yeah.
Yep. I know when everybody's leaving. I know when they're halfway, and I know where they're here. And then you get all the other questions too in between it all.
Yeah. What are y'all doing on Thursday? What's going on?
Nothing. We ain't doing nothing today. We just been sitting in the AC.
Yeah.
all that.
That's
Sure. Well, let's talk about that a little bit because you guys had a hugely successful event last year. Like, it was amazing. It was fun. I mean, that's why we're back. It was just an absolute blast.
Sure.
This year, new track, double the time we're going to be at the track. What goes into that? How do you make that decision to go from just a one-day race to a 3-day race?
It's what the racers wanted. I mean, we told everybody we want feedback. We want it this year. We want to know what you want, and that's what we're building. It's a race for racers, put on by racers. And at the end of the day, there's things that I want when I go racing. And if we're going to put on an event, we want to give the racers what they want. Because at the end of the day, without them, without our sponsors, we don't do this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's trying to make it, competitive, but also, a lot. There's a whole era Fast Street Car Shootout from literally the beginning to today, you know, and like to have all of them together.
It's my turn tonight.
To have all of them together in the same place is just, it's unreal. I mean, you got, you know, like Larson and.
Who has 2 cars.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was bringing 2 cars.
I mean, just to see him back, I mean, he's a drag week legend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like, drag week's been going on for 20 years. We almost have like legends of drag week now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, and like bringing all the iconic drivers back. They never had the social media or anything, and it was such a badass time. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think so, but
Yeah.
like, and you know, to have that here, and you know, like I'm really excited to see Rick Pope's car.
Yeah.
But the crazy big motor, small car. I mean, the excitement's crazy. I mean,
Well,
I can go on and on forever.
Did I see Joe Barry crossing the parking lot earlier? I know he's going to be here.
He said he was on his way back from Roadkill today.
Gotcha.
So I told him the red carpet was rolled out. I don't know if
Yeah,
they
right.
did it or not.
I hope. Man, that car, you know, I got to watch it, I think, at one Rocky Mountain maybe or something like that. And I haven't really seen it out since then. For me, because I know it's been out, it's been roadkill nights and things like that.
Sure.
Your timing is perfect with that too, because a lot of folks that are going to be, you know, west can hit this race on their way home. They can stay a couple days in Detroit area and then come by here and stay with us and hang out all weekend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to have like all these cars together. I mean, like there's cars that usually don't normally like run together, you know, that are going to be together for like the first time. You know, I mean, it's wild.
Well, and you know, tons of drag and drive guys. That comes from y'all's experience being that, doing that, racing in those events and things like that. You've made a lot of friends that are here because of that.
Sure.
But that also fit in very well within this mix here. Like Matt Frost is on his way, and Jason Hurley was wrapping up the last few things I saw his post.
Right.
So
Goldstone's quiet. Like, is he bringing 2 cars or just one?
I don't know. We're going to find out tomorrow. Goldstone.
Or he's scared about the bounty.
Well, if there's a bounty, he's coming. He's going to be here. It's in his daily driver training.
He's gonna beat himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he left the boxing gloves at home. He's swinging.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, let's talk about the drag and drive portion a little bit. What's the format for that? How do people get signed up? What's the story?
So there's been some confusion about that, but it's very simple actually to us because we've got a conduit in our head. But at the end of the day, you can sign up for a class and you can sign up to do the drag and drive shootout. To be able to sign up for the drag and drive shootout, you have to have completed one of the national events. That's basically your first step to be able to do it. After that's confirmed and you signed up for it, you're going to make 2 qualifying classes for your class if you're entered in, and those 2 qualifying classes are going to determine whether you're going to qualify for the top 8 of the 8 small tire and the 8 big tire. So there's also a drive that they have to do that's going to be required for that. It's about 50 miles. It'll around map 1 checkpoint, just kind of like drag and drive event, but a little bit. Got to bring back 3/4 of the checkpoint. And then,
When will they do that drive?
so that'll be Friday afternoon. The South Dakota Street class is going to do a drive also, kind of like they did in the 90s. It'll be on site. And then after that, those guys, their drive is ready to go. They can do it at their leisure, whatever. There's not really a time limit to finish it, but we kind of want to keep everybody on the grounds in case there's some other cars. There's going to be a lot of activity.
Yep.
You know, we don't want people kind of coming and going and congesting stuff, but once they all go, they all do that. Pro Street Elite guys can join in that.
Any hot rodders,
Yeah.
hop in and cruise with, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some great photo opportunities because the way they're going, the Mississippi River is going to be in the background of a lot of shots, a lot of small towns. I mean, there's swamps, trees. I mean, they're going to get a lot of everything, fields.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be a cool little drive.
And even though we're on the river valley here, I feel like there's still some pretty good undulation of the road there, so it's gonna test some cars that haven't necessarily done that in a long time.
Right. And then so when we do that, we've got 2 classes, the small tire and the big tire shootout. All the guys that enter into the drag and drive shootout, it costs them an extra $75. But that $75, if you don't make that top 8 of one of those, you're still just those guys. Whether it's one guy that signs up for 50, those guys are getting a ticket to win a gear bin. Awesome. So
That's
just
awesome.
those guys. So you might have one in the chance to get a gear vendor.
Yeah.
Might be more than that, but who knows? We'll see. But you still got really good odds to walk out here with a gear vendor for just signing up for that.
That's
So,
awesome.
and then those guys that don't qualify for the top 8 of those 2 classes, we're just gonna take all them guys that entered, that didn't make them 2 top 8s, and we're gonna run them off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
so,
awesome.
so everybody's running.
Yeah.
So, and then like our goal with that was, so we tried to set up so guys could double in. So they could get in a competition class. Saturday's all eliminations and qualifying, all one day. We're running down to the finals Saturday night. So unless you're in the finals of your class, you're not gonna have any interference running on the Dragon Drive Shootout.
Wow.
So we're still gonna try to stagger that, for those guys that get stuck there, I guess, a little bit, because there's gonna be a grudge class that we're gonna run it throughout the weekend. As guys get eliminated, they can hop back in, race their buddy, a legend, whatever. Make as many passes on killer prep to go as fast as they can. And that's basically our filler for this. Like, we really tried hard not to bring like a bracket race in here. Not that we don't like it, but we want this like all heads up, So it's gonna take the racers to make this work, because they're gonna have to filter in there and, make that fill, but have some fun with it,
It'll say, yeah, not fill time, butts in seats watching ends up grudge match.
Right. And we got some stuff from like GP and Redline Oil that we're gonna put together some little packages and maybe set up some iconic grudges that we want to see. Saturday night, maybe do a little break there once we kind of get down in the eliminations and have these call outs where we take 2 guys that we think would be a sweet race, line them up, and throw those online. Who knows?
That's awesome.
And they can put something online too if they want.
No, I'm sure there's gonna be people up there waving some dollar bills around, trying to get some side stuff going on too.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, you've picked an amazing track. Cordova's super cool. It's got tons of grounds here. We can take lots and lots of spectators, is what I'm saying. Lots and lots of spectators here.
And that, and more racers too. So like, there's guys at home that have a fast street car that they don't feel as competitive. Maybe not. Come enter in the grudge, go for your personal best, run all weekend on a killer prep with some of the legends of like the best of the best.
Well, and I think that's like a cheat code, right? So the only way to get to know legendary race people is to pit beside them and spend the weekend with them, right? So slide in here, walk around, listen, we talked about doing it at an event that was hosted in Thunder Valley one time. I was just taking my truck over, being the first round duck, but we get to hang out all weekend with all the Corinthians.
Right.
And that's what this event's about. I keep saying it to a lot of people that it's not that we're trying to build some amazing, crazy event that's going to take over every other race out there. We're trying to bring back what racing used to be. We used to go to the track and hang out with buddies and we had a good time, and it was about that. We're trying to get rid of the politics that have absorbed everything and make it fun again, So there's a huge fun factor in there that we're trying to put back into it, more so than, just as important. We want to see some good racing, don't get me wrong. We want some competition, and we want that. But at the end of the day, we want to have fun.
Right. Yeah. And include as many people as we can. Like our road set is very big. It's very simple. You got a small tire, and 2 small tire classes. One's a tube car and one's a street car, basically. And then there's the true street before that, which is true street.
Yeah.
Big tire same way. Basically, your tube car and a street car.
Well, and the biggest thing is like, if you early on, because you guys are early on in this event still, right? Your rules can be vague until they need to be dialed in, until somebody just runs off with it for a couple of years. And then you can say, hey, well, maybe we need to create a new class or something like that once the car count is there.
Our goal is to kind of do that, try to split, some of the newer age classes from the older classes. So the old guys can get out and not even, not have the old guys, but you know what I mean? Old cars, old technology, it was a really tough decision this year when we did this Albuquerque Street. We had to sit down and really grind it out. And we talked to several racers. The fuel injection actually worked really well to divide it. The bad thing is Mike Sterling's got the sweet Barracuda, and it ousted him out of there. And in reality, that car should have fit in that class, So we got more work to do, and we're willing to do it. But it's trying to create, you know, classes for everybody as much as possible without just getting into the rules. You know?
And that's where it comes back to that we need racer feedback.
Right.
You know, I mean, everybody's got every question
Hang on.
about the event and all that stuff.
You
right?
need racer on-site feedback.
Right.
Like, you don't need some dude
Yeah.
in his basement telling you how to run your video. You
No.
need racers that come out here,
Mhm.
race, have a good time, and go home and think about it for a couple days and then go, hey, you know what? It'd be cool if we had this.
Yeah, and that's why we're multiple days this year. That's why we got tested tune on Friday, because that was one of the big things that everybody said they wanted last year. We want more days. We want more time to hang out with our buddies.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I love it. I love more days because, man, the cars that are coming here are
Well,
going to be
longer vacation is longer.
Yes, that's right.
We probably would have done longer last year, but we literally had one day, that's your day, do whatever you want. You know, so we,
Yeah, I think you did a great job last year. It was awesome, and just the knowledge you learned from there, and a year's worth of thinking about it, and then now it's just gonna be even better. I'm excited. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, all the year did was give us more time to add more.
Right, right. Oh, yeah, these banners. I hope you guys like these banners. It's been all day scorching. I
Yeah, he didn't put any sunscreen on.
No, no, it was-
You tan, he just like me, he doesn't tan.
I had my sick sombrero on all day. Thank God, sick. You guys hooked me up. It's like my ears would be falling off right now.
That's awesome. So walk me through tomorrow. What's the plan for tomorrow, which is Thursday? If people are watching this later, what's the plan for Thursday? And then when do we start racing testing June Friday?
So we'll probably be up by like 5. But gates open at 8, vendors, other vendors are coming in, racers can start coming in. We already have a good share of racers here, but technically early registration, check-in is tomorrow at noon 5. Pro Street Elite guys will be coming in, you know, all that stuff. They'll be able to pick up their pre-orders, stuff like that they did for merch and stuff online that we have. Get checked in, get the racer bag, all that stuff, and then the spectators are welcome from 12 to 10. And then sometime after 5, once we get kind of caught up with tech and all that stuff, we're gonna take 65 gallons of fuel and chuck it into the air and light it after we get every single car that's here on the track. It's really hope to be the most epic photo shoot ever.
I think somebody's having fun outside. They probably didn't hear that on the live stream, but somebody's gonna burn out the parking
Well,
lot.
it's tonight. They might have a cruise night too, so those guys are all through here.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting twice the show tonight.
Yes. So lots of cars coming in tomorrow. So if you're a fan and you're going to be a spectator, how much is it to get in tomorrow? Because tomorrow there's no racing, but like
Right.
I can't express how cool this shot is going to be
Oh, yeah.
for people tomorrow night.
Yeah, so tomorrow for a spectator is $10.
Oh, awesome.
If you buy a weekend pass for the whole weekend, obviously, you get in free tomorrow night.
That's
So
awesome.
weekend pass is $70 to get you in every single day and free Thursday.
Wow, that is too cool. All right, what else haven't we covered? Oh, when do we start racing Friday?
Well, so after we get done with tech and registration, or when we feel we have it under control or whatever, we're gonna do a on-site drive to replicate like what they did back in '93 when they had the nostalgia cars with the Pro Street Drive. Any Pro Street car that doesn't fit, I mean, it's gonna be a simple drive around the facility like it was back then. We're not gonna push them to 44 miles or whatever 30 miles, I think it was. But, for the fans, spectators, kind of see it and kind of give them a little test going around there. If they don't make it, they'll be pushed out of the class number on the Pro Street or some other, whatever else they may fit. So, but that's going to go on the ground so the photographers and fans get to see it all. And then right after that, the Dragon Drive and the True Street classes have mandatory drive, and that's where they're going to go out. Once all them guys get back, we're hoping.
I think right now we're kind of tentatively like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
But that may get.
It might be
pushed back.
5 o'clock.
I mean, it depends on how many racers show up that
Yeah.
is pre-registered. If the line's long, and that might push it back a little bit. But
Yeah.
we're gonna try, at some point, they'll be starting to prep the track because we're gonna test it too right now. So,
Well, that's when you want to test it to anyways, because
Right.
the weather's going to be great. So.
Right. Well, we had thought about doing one round of qualifying, but it looks like we're gonna have so many cars that want to test, plus getting all the cars qualified. I mean, it's just gonna be too much.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do drivers meeting Saturday morning, and then right in the first year round of qualifying. Then we got
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Saturday is going to be super busy.
Yes.
It's going to be an all day affair Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, and we got lights, so
Yeah.
we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
You know.
And then Sunday, what's the plan for Sunday?
So Sunday, if we need to have a driver's meeting, we will. But hoping to have that by 8 a.m. and then by 9 o'clock, hopefully we'll be running the drag and drive shootout. I think we'll probably start with the drag and drive shootout to kind of get that final elimination, guys. A little bit more time in the morning to kind of get ready and stuff. And then obviously grudge will be available still, so we can use that for filler to kind of break up a little bit of time and stuff.
And keep the track hot. You know what I mean? Like keep rubber going down.
Yeah, and then we'll go into the eliminations, run all that month, and then we'll follow up with finishing up with the drag and drive shootout.
Yeah, we'll end up mixing it in there somehow, but however. it
That's
looks.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
And Saturdays at 5 o'clock, or roughly around 5 o'clock, we're hoping to break into racing to Cordova staff a break or something, and because we've got another gear vendor to give away. For $1 a ticket, you can buy tickets for a gear vendor, anybody on the property.
did you say $1 a ticket?
$1 a ticket.
Wow.
$1 a ticket, 100 minimum tickets.
Yeah. You got some money to borrow?
Yeah, but if we can get that given away, we have some other things that, you know, that we'd like to throw out there too. And then, if there's time, we'd love to see, you know, maybe do a pro street cruise quick.
Yeah.
It all depends on how many people show up and how much time we got.
And we were talking too, like within the South Pro Street Cruise that we're gonna do on the grounds too. If depending on the car count that we have in that class, we may let the Pro Street Elite guys do a drive on the grounds too. I mean, it's just more stuff for the spectators to see and, you know, be involved with.
Well, there's several iconic, like, pro street bells that should be in there
Right.
regardless.
The amount of posts you guys have made with cool cars, I can't even count it. It's in the several hundred. I want to see if we got.
Still running behind.
Looks like Chad Whitman says he'll be here on Saturday. Dave Curtis from Central Victoria in Australia, he's over there saying hi.
Awesome.
Yeah, we do have an Australian signed up for the Pro Street Elite show. We did get confirmation from the Bernies that they have landed and they are here. Sounds like the whole family's coming.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See one of these old cars.
Yeah.
And then we did talk to some guys from England, and from what I understand, they wanted hotel information when they're coming. So maybe we do have some international people coming. It should be interesting.
That's awesome. All right, well, I'll let you guys get back to it. Thank you so much.
We don't want to go back to work.
Well, then let's talk and tell stories. Hey, give a shout out to your sponsor list too.
Oh, man, at the moment, there's so many of them that I don't even know if I can remember all, so feel free to help out. But the biggest one, you know, we got Redline Synthetic Oil as our presenting sponsor of the Havlik FSC Shootout. We have RDB Racing as the presenting sponsor of the inaugural Pro Street Elite show this year. We got Delta Pack. Everybody knows John from Delta Pack. This stuff works.
He's a return.
Yeah.
And then, hey, there's something cool that people need to see that's his here as well, right?
Yeah. We have we built a brand new reproduction body of a '66 Fastback Mustang, which is John's car that he had when he was 16, and we're putting that back together for him, building the car. It's a roller. It's in fabrication stage, but we've got motor in his cooling system mocked up and no fenders and stuff on the front. So you'll be able to check out his new water pump system.
He'll be in the Midway.
Yeah, it'll be a vendor. So that'll be a cool piece. He hasn't seen it in person for a while, so you know, hopefully he'll be excited. But we got Racetronics helping out. Summit Racing, of course.
Shot Racecraft.
Yep. 501 Converter, Rocky Mountain Race Week, Sick and Mag.
Yeah.
Drag Drive Repeat.
DP Fuels.
Yeah.
Road Performance.
Nikki Thompson. Guy Young with everybody knows Guy Young. He makes these banners. He's coming and he's a sponsor with his garage, his workout garage.
That's awesome.
Strength Presidents.
Yeah, you know. It's always hard.
That's right.
Well, O'Reilly's Bannekow, Vector South.
Well, let's go back to O'Reilly's real quick. O'Reilly's. They actually gave us thousands of goodie bags. And we're going to give those to spectators as they come in until they run out.
Yeah, we got like 50 some coats just full.
Yeah.
But
So
they
get here
bagged
early.
and everything, yeah, so those will be given out. I don't know that we'll do it Thursday, we'll probably start that Friday, just so that, this Saturday, I assume that'll probably be the biggest fair day, and we want to make sure we have some.
And in the bags is where they're gonna get their, voting for the Pro Street Elite.
Yeah, well, it won't be in the bag, but there'll be somebody
Yeah.
handing that to them, because they'll get a schedule that has a ballot on it and a pencil. So all the judging for the Pro Street Elite Show, those awards are gonna be based off spectator vote. We're gonna
Oh,
drop
wait,
that off.
what? Are you serious? That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
so,
we got one sucker to sit in the hotel room and count them all the way
Oh.
on Friday night.
Oh,
Thank you, Stacy.
that's brutal. Oh.
Yeah, but we're gonna, never mind, go ahead. I gotta add myself.
well, we got Barnhart crane and rigging. I mean, the crane is up, the flag's up. They were here today, got that set up. They weren't gonna be here tomorrow, but they had something come up, came today, so that worked out.
Your vendor overdrive.
Yeah, J&M Displays, they're gonna be in charge of, it is being done professionally, blowing out the
Right.
fuel in the air. Just
Wait.
like all you racers
But-
are scared to come, we borrowed that part.
But we're gonna provoke it to be fun.
Yeah.
We brought out a little extra gas and I think they got a couple extra mortars.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man, 65 gallons in the air, and then that's going to create maybe the craziest shot
Right.
in drag racing
Oh, yeah.
flyers ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're hoping to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And Dirty Panda's gonna be catching it on his drone.
Mhm.
We were talking earlier, he's going to have 2 drones up, he's thinking.
Yeah.
To get
I
that,
was talking to him he's got 2 hands, so he should be able to fly too.
right?
And put one up there stationary, so we get kind of, the scenario view, and then he'll be flying in. So we'll see what happens.
And then there's this huge red, white, and blue truck out here. I've never seen this big of an AFCO truck.
Yeah, so that is one person we should be talking about too. I mean, AFCO came on this year, and they are the live stream sponsor.
That's awesome.
They brought that to the table to help Baneship and us make that happen for everybody, and it's free.
Right.
Free to live stream. So,
That's one thing people don't understand. It's like, you've got Chad Reynolds coming in with Bang Shift. I mean, he does all the Rocky Mountain stuff, so you know it's going to be great quality. And we know what great quality means.
Mhm.
It costs money to do that.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that's
Yeah.
really cool.
And, yeah, it may be free for you guys, but it ain't free for everyone. But we're making it free for you guys
Right,
because
right.
we have the sponsors to help out with that.
Well, there's so many people that should be here that can't be here, and if we can get it to them.
Yeah.
This is the best way to do it.
Well, and listen, it just helps create that next year drive for people to go out and, hey, I haven't touched this Pro Street car in 22 years.
Right.
They're going to go out and they're going to work on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And our vendor midway this year, I mean, we've got 8 or 9 vendors that'll be on display too, from DB Fuels, Redline Oil, Ford Performance, Mickey Thompson, AFCO's here already, Delta Tag, Racetronics will have Pat Powers' El Camino on display. Redline Motorsports is coming also. So, and then we got a Pinstriper coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, nitrous refills, CO2 refills, the fuel. I mean, we're putting on a race that we want to race at, but we can't. You know what I mean?
Well, no, you did bring the Open.
Oh, yeah, they're both here, but they might just be here.
Well, hey, this place for 1 year is fine.
Right, yeah. But, and, I mean, like I said last time, I don't want to give Brian a chance to leave me again.
Yeah.
Gotta stay on top.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Well, what have we forgotten?
I'm sure we forgot a few spots.
Twisted Shifters is gonna be the checkpoint. They've been great. They're gonna set up a burnout box up there too. So evidently, last I heard.
Yeah,
So
Holden Police Department's involved. They're gonna be provoking it. They're not just gonna be watching it. So, yeah, but I mean,
we wanted to actually go through Fulton on the route and everything, and then they closed the bridge down and it sent us into a panic.
Yeah.
And then like we had to rethink our route a little bit, but like we still made it work with Twisted Shifters and I mean they've been great so far. So
That's cool.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of things we're forgetting, but honestly, I don't know how to remember half of it.
I was gonna say,
The last
it's-
couple days,
it's-
none of those up, but.
Yeah, the next few days is going to be a blur. It's
Yeah.
going to be too wild, and that's where like guys like us or Richard Dirty Panda, all the media teams that are coming will help you guys go, oh man, I remember that car. I don't even remember seeing it. But I'm glad they got a picture of it because now I get to look at it.
I mean, honestly, I think everybody should have to put on an event in their life.
Oh, do not bring that
And I'm not
logic in
talking
here.
about like a birthday or a wedding. I'm talking about an event
Yeah.
that brings in as many people as we can, internationally, whatever, and try, and just experience it. I mean, the level that it takes.
You almost need a call center.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier.
I mean, we pop stuff out every day, and I mean, you can still get the question, when is it? I mean,
Oh, it's this weekend?
yeah, come on, guys, read a little bit, come on. I put a little effort into this.
I have
what is
200-foot banners to put up.
do them a favor, look on the Hot Rods by Havlik page first,
Yeah.
then find the event on Facebook, look through that, and then reach out and ask.
Yeah.
And you got the website,
Yeah.
FastStreetShootout.com. Schedules on there, classes are on there, rules are on there, pictures are on there, sponsors are on there. You can click on the sponsor and it takes them to their page.
Event schedule and everything,
And we get it. We're not complaining. It's part of the job, part of putting on an event. But at the end of the day, helps out a little bit.
Right.
And hey, I'm telling you, if people would put on an event, if everybody had to put on an event to attend an event, whew, our life would be better.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, bring it on. That means people are interested.
That's right. Yeah.
And everybody that answered the phone, I'm hanging off Skylight, what do you need?
Yep.
Sorry.
How fun. I can't wait. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. I look forward to seeing all your guys' footage and pictures again. You guys did an awesome job last year. So, yeah, look forward to all that again.
Yeah, bring it on. Can't wait. All right,
Yep.
y'all get back to work.
All right.
Hey, I'll bring you my banners here in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so you heard it right here. Dirty Panda himself making comments from in the room. All right, guys. Again, thanks so much to them for coming in here, taking time. I mean, really, you're on the cusp of the biggest event they've ever hosted in their lives right here. And they spent time with us, probably spent 30 minutes with us here talking about it. If you are anywhere near Cordova, I beg you to get in your car and come on out. You're going to be racing on Friday, going to be racing on Saturday, and racing on Sunday. We're going to be covering a bunch of these cars that have license plates on the back. That's kind of my jam. I love street cars. So, all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go get them our banners, start, I guess, probably helping them hang up stuff. I don't know. Whatever I can do to help them, I'm going to do it. Just want to say thanks to everybody out there for being our race car friends. Please hit the share button whenever you see our stuff this weekend. If you see anything else from the Havliks, please hit the share, hit the like button, all that kind of stuff. I want to say thanks to our sponsors who make all this possible. Summit Racing, Driven Racing Oil, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, our newest folks, AFCO, over here, going to be here all weekend. So we're going to hang out with them. We've got Howard's Cams, we've got Car Change 3D, we got Performer Built Transmissions, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Y'all, we can't do it without them. So please, if you are shopping, hit those guys up, see what they got going on. All right, thanks a bunch. Sweet. All right.